Today we're going to replace the turn signal switch on this 2000 Jeep Cherokee. Now in a lot of different vehicles this may be referred to as a combination switch because it has the wipers, the turn signals, the headlight all incorporated into one switch. But on this particular Jeep, this one just controls the turn signals, the hazard, and also the high beams. There's another switch on the other side of the steering column that actually controls the wipers, and we have our headlight switch here as well. So, first things first, I've already gone ahead and disconnected the battery. We're not going to have to touch the airbags or remove the steering wheel, but we're working in the vicinity here, so better safe than sorry. I've disconnected the battery. Next thing, we're going to remove the air freshener. Make sure you reinstall this one later on. So, now I have to split the column shroud here, and so there's two screws up here, and then two down below a little bit lower. So in order to access those, I'm going to remove the dash panel here. It's just two screws on the bottom and a couple clips. This will pop out, then I can remove my screws, and I'll be able to access the switch. There, now that the screws are out, there's a couple additional little clips holding a wire harness and stuff on, but for the purpose of removing the switch, I think we can get perfectly good access here without getting too much further carried away. Alright, well, with the shrouds out of the way, now I'm going to take my T15 Torx bit. I'm just using a Torx driver here. You might use an adapter with a ratchet, but there's the one screw on the driver's side of the column. So I'll remove it. And then there's a similar one on the other side of the column. Now there's a little metal bracket over the top here of these switches. And so what these screws are doing is holding that bracket and these rubber seals in place. So as I got the other one out, let's see if we kind of work this bracket and seals up off. And it's pretty straightforward piece. And now our turn signal switch will just lift up out of its place. Of course, we have the two electrical connectors. Now sometimes it's easier to get them unplugged in place, sometimes easier to get it out and then unplug them. This particular case, it looks like it's going to have to be done with it mounted in place. So I'll use a little screwdriver, release the tab, and push that one back. And similarly, I'll access the top one. We'll get that up out of place as well. Okay, with everything unplugged, now I'm able to slide my old switch out of place. So you can see there's these two studs that actually fit in the bracket on the steering column here. So it's setting down on those, and there's really just that one screw on the top that we took off the bracket holding it in place, along with our electrical connectors. With that in mind, now I'm going to take my new switch and install it similarly. We have to be a little bit careful though with the turn signal cancellation piece here. We don't want to snap that off as we're fighting this into place. So we have to very gently set that in there, and we'll lower the unit onto the studs here and set it in place. Pretty straightforward. Now I will make my electrical connectors. Once they're both locked into place, now we'll reverse the removal procedure, and I'm going to install my bracket again. Put the two screws on, and then I will reinstall the shrouds. Alright, got the shroud in place, got the dash panel back in place as well. Everything's buttoned up here. I've hooked the battery back up, and oh wait, I almost forgot to put our air freshener back in place. I always want to leave the vehicle the way we found it with the customer, except for verifying and repairing their complaint. So I've got the key in the run position. You hear the clicking. My turn signal is working each position now. The hazards are working. Not a bad idea to go ahead and replace the flasher stat while you're in here as well. It's underneath the dash panel, so if you got that out, it's pretty easy to access. Hopefully now you understand what it takes to replace the turn signal switch on the 2000 Jeep Cherokee.